Hello, my beautiful people. It's Marbird. Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, the channeled title that I got for this was Word on the Street, Hot Tea, is that you cannot be manipulated and that you can see it coming from a mile away, but you won't say anything. You let them play themselves out. Okay? So, that's the hot tea. So let's get into this. I was guided to use this deck, and I'm going to say, why can't you be manipulated? I'm very curious. Tell me, tell me, tell me. I think this is just going to give me some like background energy on you. They're all pre-shuffled, but I still, it's like habit. It's like a ritual, you know? All right. So I keep wanting to call you a pile. I've been doing pick a piles for a while now. So, all right. And go check those out too. These are just easier to, it's so much less energy to deal with. So I'm really digging them. I hope you are too. I like the hands free, like I'll do those too, but I just like changing it up, you know, and I like connecting with y'all. So why can my person not be manipulated? Thank you, Spirit. Why can my person not be manipulated? I'm going to let them fall where they fall. So this one fell over here. Okay, yeah. Wow, I'm super impressed. I'm like getting the chills right now. So, you know your worth, right? You're a gem. You know how much you stand out from the rest. You know, there's a lot of people that will try and make you feel some type of way about yourself because they want to keep you down, they want to knock you down a peg, right? They want to see, it's very uncomfortable to see someone that's very comfortable with uh, being, and yeah, you're not afraid. You might have this might be a new energy for you that you are. I'm getting a person that's isolated themselves too, and if you haven't done it, if you aren't able to do it, but like yeah, no, I'm getting loner vibes, like complete lone wolf, completely self-contained, not leaking any energy, right? All of this growth and this all of this, and it's like no, you have stepped aside and you've stepped inside, and this is why you can't be manipulated, because a, you've closed yourself off, you're not letting anybody in your energy, and then b, you can see it from a mile away, because look at the difference between, you can see if someone's got this color to them or this, it's very very clear, it's a hell yes or it's a hell no. Okay, like that's your energy right there. There is no gray. You either treat me well and with respect and courtesy, or you don't, or you are inconsistent and you're, you know, like that's just not a person or energy that I want in my life anymore, right? I want people that are willing to show up as much as I do, because I bring a lot to the table and you bring a lot to the table, whoever I'm speaking to. Thank you so much. I really love your energy. It is like so well balanced and so elegant, like you're just very good with expressing yourself, and I think feel like you're able to do that regardless of whether you indulge in foul language, such as myself, or not. I feel like you're able to express yourself. You're definitely a person that can deal and talk to a lot of different people from a lot of different walks of life. It's a very very sexy energy. Ever think about becoming a flight attendant? My apologies for the mic. And then we have animal energy here, and you trust your instincts, right? People don't see this about you. They don't see how, because this is in the upright. You're, when I said you're balanced with your masculine, your feminine, you're also comfortable with using your shadow side. You have mastered your shadow side. So like you don't come out of left field and become angry, whatever woman or guy that's, you know, breaking bottles and come here. Like you know how to handle things in a way where people don't see it coming, right? Or you just detach. Either way, your animal, like you are very, very, people don't see this. They don't see that you see them, and you see straight through them and who they are on the first day, right? They have no idea how intuitive you are. You keep this to yourself. Why? Because this is a superpower, right? You don't shout it and say, "Oh, I'm an empath and I take on anybody's energy." You know, the beautiful thing about being an empath is when you're in somebody's energy and they are not good for you, you are not going to feel good. Like it is your number one, like, and when you don't feel good, you can just say, bye-bye, this person isn't good for me. It's like a taking the temperature, like it's immediate. If you're like, if I feel drained in this person, then you know not to be around that person anymore. I'm sorry. Like if you're having chronic like illnesses, like autoimmune, look at the person that you're living with, okay? I'm just saying. And if you're not a person that doesn't have a well developed throat chakra and you're not comfortable speaking up for yourself, your body is taking in those toxins, right? And it's manifesting itself inside. So look at your environment, look at who's around you, and what if I mean seriously, I am coming from like two autoimmune diseases myself because of this. So this is why I don't work with the public on a large scale at all. You know, I'm very, very selective who comes into my energy because my sensitivities freaking awesome, and I'm not going to leak my energetic magic on anybody else. That may sound very conceited, but I know who I am. Like I come with perks, right? And some people just want to take from that and not bring anything to the table. And I'm not like saying like pay for my meals or anything. Like just show up and be like a fucking kind person, right? And like be kind to the wait staff and like don't tell my business to everybody or like lie and like don't get squirrely and like you know. So yeah, I feel like you're just very, very like this, and that's why you can't be manipulated, right? And that's why you can see it, because you have learned that you have a superpower and you're going to use it instead of just looking for validation from other people to say, good girl, I believe you. No, you don't care. Who cares? You can believe me or not. Like, you don't pay my bills. Okay, you don't believe me? Right on, right? Because like I actually come with like I said, a lot of perks. So I'm very comfortable with people exiting my life, like self-sabotaging themselves out of my life. It makes things easier. And here we've got the sustainer. Yeah, you're willing to walk away. You're willing to you are willing to cut and run. And that's when people can't manipulate you. When you're willing to walk away, they can only manipulate the people that feel like they're going to lose something if they lose that person. That's the control they have over them. But if you don't care, if you have yourself set up, if you have your own money, if you have, you know, independent friends, if you haven't been isolated by the narcissist, you know, all of these things, like you have to treat me well. You're not like married, you know, legally, contractually. You know, there's a lot of people, what people don't realize, when you get married and you get in a contract, let's say you're in the military, right? There's a lot of things contractually. You can get a lot of trouble for like you just be very, very careful with who you hitch yourself and your last name to and all this other stuff. You know, that's for somebody out there because that just came out of left field. But you are willing to, you can't be manipulated. If somebody has, if they don't have anything that you need, you may want it, but if you don't need it, then they can't take anything away from you, like your cell phone or your where you live or your reputation or whatever. Like if people can't control the narrative because you have decided to take accountability for your reputation, right? If you're willing to walk away, you can't be manipulated. So that's the word on the street. So how do you see it coming from a mile away? I'm really curious. So I'm like, let's get into tarot. Let's do this. Let me get a quick shuffle in. Make sure the microphone's still on. It likes to cut off. I think I'm going to switch it. Super impressed with these, by the way. So tell me more about yeah, it's your perspective. You have a different perspective. You have a different perspective. Awakening. Yeah, you're not attached. You let people's karma. You know that karma. You don't bring the karma, right? You let karma be the karma. You also know. Woo, with the devil. Page of emotions. You remain. You show up as like a little kid. Pages are children, saying, "Here's my cup of love. I'm gonna be." It's like me. I say, "You get the sweetheart, but if you mess with me, right, you're gonna get the Sicilian." And so you're willing. You might have Capricorn placements, but yeah, with this hanged muse in reverse, right? Hanged muse is, I need to get a new perspective. What's going on? Stop. I got the higher perspective. I know, and it's a different one, right? I can see it coming from a mile away because there's something that tips me off about you, right? And people think that they're so original, but you know that type of energy, like you can see it if you work with a lot of different people. Take that as confirmation, right? You can see the same patterns. You can see the same. They say the same things. They make you feel some type of way about yourself, awakening, but you don't bring the karma in. This is also like really why you manipulated because you detach from it. You don't like, oh, I'm going to bring vengeance and I'm so whatever. You know that the universe is going to take care of it for you. And if you're as high vibe as I think you are, you also understand karma. Like if you're a reader or something like that, or if you do energy work, you know that your karma is almost immediate. And anybody that's in your immediate vicinity is going to get their karma very quickly. It's not going to be 2 years, right? It's going to be 2 weeks. If they do something to you that your spirit team is like, and they just, they might have left your life very quickly or very, very suddenly, but you can be best guaranteed that the universe and your ancestors and your spiritual team and guide and entourage are handling things behind the scenes. You just keep yourself in alignment and they will handle. They're like mobsters, I promise you, right? Your ancestors, look them up. We got the devil here, right? You're also, it's that willingness. Again, this is the animal. I'm willing to not like, oh, be the devil or anything like that, but I am willing to match people's energy. You're willing to match it. You're willing to say, oh, yeah? Okay, well, I've got a couple of tricks up my sleeve. You want to try and manipulate me? I know this devil. You are the devil I know. That's why you can't be manipulated. You grew up with this devil. This devil might have been a parent. This devil might have been your sibling. This devil might have been an ex-boyfriend or an ex-girlfriend or a wife or a child. I mean, church, work, professors, right? You know, you have been, if you are the empath that I think you are, you have been attracting this devil your entire life. And you know how to gray rock like it. And if you don't, if you know, you know. Okay? Because I don't even want to use that. Like, I'm so tired of that. But that word, it's so overblown, but it's true. The N word. Oh, not that N word. So yeah, no, you are. I'm in awe of whoever I'm talking. You are uh, you know how to finesse people, right? You know how to finesse the finessers. High five on that. Thank you so much for letting me in your energy. This is like Mara goals. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.